You have probably broken at least 3 of these without even knowing it. And nobody warned you because nobody talks about this stuff. Today we are counting down 10 watch codes every woman should know before she buys her next watch. Stop buying the watch and start buying your wrist. This is the #1 mistake women make with watches, and it happens constantly. A watch that looks stunning on a tall woman with long arms can look completely overwhelming on a petite woman with slim wrists. That oversized 42mm case that looked so cool online, it is basically a wall clock on your arm in real life. Here's the code. Before you fall in love with any watch, measure your wrist. If you're under 6 inches, anything above 36mm will wear you instead of you wearing it. Now that you know about your wrist, let's talk about something even more dangerous. It can look good on pictures and bad on your wrist. We live in a world where everything gets filtered through a camera lens first, and watch brands know this. Some watches are practically engineered to look incredible in photos, but then you wear it for 8 hours straight and the bracelet pinches. Before you buy any watch, ask yourself one honest question. Would I still want this watch if I could never post it? If the answer is no, that is not your watch, that is a prop. Your watch should feel just as good on a Tuesday morning running errands as it does in a photo. Speaking of living with your watch, #3 is the code that will save you from a very specific kind of regret. Never buy a watch for the woman you are trying to become. Women do this more than they admit. They buy aspirational watches instead of real ones. And the aspirational watch always loses because real life wins every single day. Buy the watch that fits who you are right now. The woman you are becoming will figure out her own watch when she gets here. Dress the life you are living, not the life you are auditioning for. Now, this next one might sting a little, but it needs to be said. 4. Stop waiting for someone to buy it for you. You've had your eye on a specific watch for 2 years. You've sent the link to your boyfriend 3 times. You mentioned it before your birthday, before Christmas, before Valentine's Day, and every time you got something else. Meanwhile, the watch is still sitting in your browser tab like a patient friend. No offense, but why is it that some women are far less likely to buy themselves a nice watch without a reason or an occasion? Let me say this for my girlies at the back. You do not need a reason to own something beautiful. Your wanting it is reason enough. Open the checkout page and pay for your own watch. 5. Your watch does not need to announce itself. This is one of the most common things women do with a new watch, and it undermines the whole point. The most powerful thing about a great watch is that it does not need an audience. The women who wear watches most confidently are the ones who almost seem to forget the watch is there. It is just part of them. If this is making you rethink your wrist game, hit the like button and subscribe. Now back to the codes. 6. A smaller watch is not always the more feminine choice. Women were told that tiny watches and thin straps equals feminine, and so they defaulted to the smallest option in the display case. But here's what you need to know. A watch that is too small for your wrist disappears. It adds nothing. Some of the most stylish women in the world wear watches in the 38mm to 40mm range, and they look absolutely intentional. Stop letting old-fashioned rules shrink your choices. Try on the bigger size before you decide. You might be surprised how you look. 7. Matching your watch to everything is the fastest way to look boring. The women who always look put together are not wearing a watch that perfectly matches everything else. They're wearing something that creates attention that makes the eyes stop and look. A chunky silver watch with a soft feminine dress. A vintage brown leather strap with a great outfit. Let your watch be the one thing on your body that does not agree with everything else. That small disagreement is what makes the whole look interesting. 8. Stop letting other people's opinions live on your wrist. You found a watch you loved. Then you showed it to your friend and she said, it is nice, but is it not a bit much? And just like that, the doubt crept in. Or maybe someone said your watch was too plain, cheap-looking, or not ladylike. And now, every time you wear it, there's a small, uncomfortable feeling. Women are vulnerable to this because we are socially wired to factor in other people's comfort with our choices. But here's the truth: nobody else has to wear your watch. Nobody else will feel the satisfaction of glancing at your wrist during a hard day and feeling like yourself. Buy with your gut and wear with confidence. Other people's opinions are not your size. They were never meant to fit you. 9. One right watch beats 10 almost right ones. Open your drawer. How many watches are in there that you barely wear? The one that was a gift but not really your style? The one you bought on sale because it was a good deal? How about the trendy one that felt exciting for 2 months? Most women do not have a watch problem, they have a clarity problem. They keep adding almost all the right watches instead of holding out for the one that is right. Stop filling your drawer and start finding your watch. Quality of fit always beats quantity of options. And finally, the code that ties everything together. 10. How you feel wearing it matters more than how it looks. A watch can be the right size and the right color, but still feel wrong when it is on your wrist. Surprisingly, you will know. Women are incredibly intuitive about this, and yet they override the feeling because the watch looks right on paper. When the right watch is on your wrist, you stop thinking about it entirely. You just move through your day, and it moves with you. And that feeling is worth more than any price tag, brand name, or number of compliments. Make sure you find the watch that makes you forget you are wearing a watch. So, what is your watch story? Drop it in the comments because I genuinely want to know. And if you're ready to find that one right watch, go check out our next video. See you there!